So one of the morning tasks that we have to do every morning is to feed all the fish in these little 3-metre tanks. So seeming this is a salmon farm, you'd think they were salmon in here. No, they're not. They're rainbow trout. So we like to do a few different things here at Yarra Valley Salmon, and got some rainbow trout growing, just to keep you guessing, you see. So we'll feed the fish. They're actually quite cool little fellas. They're only about average weight in these tanks is just a couple of grams, just maybe 10-20 grams each. Alright, and as you can see, they feed fairly... Oh, I don't know what that was. Yeah, they feed fairly aggressively, and we can put their food in the auto feeder. They get quite hungry through the day, and what this auto feeder does is you fill it up and it just tick, 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 tick. It takes about 8 hours to get all the way through it. So each of these tanks, there's 10 tanks that go through about a bucket of food a day, of which there's around about 60-70 kilos of rainbow trout in each of these tanks. Yeah, so we'll just get them fed. Here we are at the 8-metre tanks. Now, in this tank we've got our smallest salmon. So they've been hatched from last year's eggs, all done here at the farm. So that shed there is the hatchery. So once they've graduated from the hatchery, they get to come into one of these big tanks, which of course has got a net over it, because any old bird will fly by and pick one of these guys up, seeing as they're only about a gram each. The food they eat is really, really small. The smallest stuff we've got, we call it dust. It's around about 1 millimetre wide. And in here, I think there's around 100,000 fish. It sounds like a lot, but when they're only a gram each, it's really only a few bucketfuls. Alright.
Down here on the farm,
there's hail and shit everywhere. It was 35 degrees today and now it's fucking hailing. I'm in the shower and there's water everywhere. The whole place. The water's just going through everything. Everything's flooded. Listen to the hail. That ain't right. It's just not right.
down here on the farm.
So what you'll probably notice behind me is that the river is in a massive flood. We've had huge amounts of rain for the last 12 hours, and this is what you get. This river, the Rubicon River, is well and truly in flood. Now we've got a bit of a crisis on our hands here, because this is meant to be a dam, and you can't really hear it off, I'd imagine, off the camera, but what you hear occasionally that sounds like thunder is actually rocks rolling down from the dam. So it's a little bit concerning, because when the water level does drop, how much water are we going to get running into the farm? So Mark's on his way, and we're going to talk tactics, but we'll just watch this space. But certainly looks like it could be crisis time here at Yarra Valley Salmon.
Down here on the farm.
One of the reasons I came to Australia was to see a snake. Right here, we've got what we think is a copperhead, could possibly be a brown or a tiger, so Mark's not really sure, but it's pretty cool. He's really chilled out and really relaxed, don't want to aggravate him at all. He's having fun, he's just chilled out. Have a look at this. Doesn't want to move too much. He's just a little fella. I imagine snakes to be humongous, but this is only my second snake sighting while I've been here in Australia. But this is definitely the most intimate, and it's pretty cool. I'm loving it. Oh, I'm loving it. It's he's just so little and compact and cool, and he's just awesome.
Down here on the farm.
So as we throw the food in, you'll see all the fish rise to the surface. Alright, there they go, just like that, eh? And they'll do that for hours on end, as long as you want to throw food in there. Generally, they'll keep on eating. And as you can imagine, it's quite a labour-intensive job keeping all these fish fed. And fish high jump.
Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Oh, hey you, who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know, you won't know until you begin.
Down here on the farm.
That's all for the summer series of the Dogs commentaries. When you see us next, we'll be back here in May for the milking season with a whole lot of Kiwi boys showing these Aussies how to work. And the weather's going to be cold and far more hostile and dangerous. But until then, take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you then. Cheers.